In which equations does x equal negative 80? Mark all that apply. So let's work on this first problem. We have 2/10 x minus 9 equals negative 25. So we're going to solve for x first by adding 9 to each side. Our goal is to get just 1x. And by adding 9 to this subtracting 9, that's going to be equal to 0. And then negative 25 plus 9, that's equal to negative 16. So now we're left with 2/10 x equals negative 16, dividing each side by 2/10, and x is equal to negative 80. So x equals negative 80. So A is a solution. Let's now work on to B. We'll do B right here. We have 25 hundredths x minus 11 equals negative 115. That's right, we're working on B right now. And so we want to isolate x. We basically want a 1x. So we're going to first start by adding 11 to each side. Why do we do that? Minus 11 plus 11, that is equal to 0. And so we still have our 25 hundredths x plus 0 equals negative 6. And now we can rewrite this as 25 hundredths x equals negative 6, divide each side by a negative 25 hundredths, and x here is equal to negative 24. So x equals negative 24. This is a no, because we're looking for what? What are we looking for? We're looking for x equals negative 80. On to C. C looks similar in scope. C, we have negative 25 hundredths x plus 11 equals 31. So again, we're going to isolate x first by subtracting 11 from each side, because we know plus 11 minus 11, that's going to be equal to 0. And then 31 minus 11, that is equal to 20. And we have this negative 25 hundredths x over here, plus 0. Let's rewrite this as negative 25 hundredths x equals 20. To solve this, we're going to divide each side by negative 25. To solve this, we're going to divide each side by negative 25 hundredths. In doing so, negative times a negative is a positive. We're going to be left with x, and x is going to be equal to 20 divided by negative 0.25. Well, that's equal to negative 80. So x equals negative 80. So C is true. Now let's go ahead and work D. D is this. D is 5/10 x minus 3 equals negative 43. So again, 5/10 x minus 3 equals negative 43. Now we add 3 to each side, and 5/10 x plus 0 equals negative 40. We'll rewrite this as 5/10 x equals negative 40. Divide each side by 5/10 by 5/10. That means that the coefficient from x will just be 1, because 5/10 divided by 5/10 is 1. And negative 40 divided by 0.5, well, that's going to be equal to negative 80. So x equals negative 80. So D works as well.